Toyota, the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years. Toyota, the brand with a hybrid or electric vehicle for every driver. Toyota, the brand that helps save you money at the pump. Now, let me ask you a question, dear gas prices. You really think you can stand in the way of the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years? Think again. Toyota Hybrids. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer estimates, CY 2000 through 2021 sales.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
Back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest's premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. It's our Nebraska Football Radio Hour. Bill Busch with us until the top of the hour. Still time if you want to be a part of the program with a call or a text, 402-413-2400. Matt in Raymond says, Coach, I have a question on the point after attempts. It seems like our safeties might have a chance to slide through there and get a block on that. Your thoughts?
We have, there's, whether it be edge pressure or middle pressure, we do. Tommy Hill's done a great job off the edge. And if you threaten off the edge really well, most of the blocks will come through the wing and the tight end. And those are the areas that we want to be able to try to build to attack with and with our safety. So that's something we work, every day. I'm lucky, with being with the special teams. So I still get to coach the special teams all the time too on the field. So once it goes to special teams period, then I just start coaching like I did before. Coach Connors handles the meetings and some things of that, and then he handles that part. But I get to coach the same as if it was just normal at that. So I'm able to work with those guys a bunch. But I always worked with the other side. I was always with the field goal team. So now I work more with the block team. So we're working hard at it all the time.
Text question for you. Seems like on defense we've been giving up a lot of short routes with space. How much is that a scheme? How much is that a just player reaction?
It's a combination of both. At that scheme reaction, how fast do you react? If there's a difference. If you're in a vision coverage, which means I have vision on the quarterback. If I'm in a match coverage, which means I'm in a matchup zone, which means I'm going to match people up in my zone. Then you don't have vision as much. You have more eyes on the people you're matching up with. And then I always said man-to-man coverage. That's passing completion defense. And so it does a little bit of scheme for us to be able to get done. Short passes for us is that to drive and tackle. The thing is to not get split. The biggest thing in a short pass is if a 4-yard throw turns into a 9-yard throw, or gain, I guess, not throw. So it's always about yards per attempt, yards per catch that stands out the most. And so getting split or having a chance on a missed tackle, if you drive enough on the short ones, hit them enough, you'll get tip balls. Some good things will happen to you.
Buckle up, put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. John in Omaha with a question for you. What's the #1 thing you have to do against this up-tempo team for Saturday?
Get lined up. Number one thing, get lined up. Get our cleats in the turf. We've stressed it. We've drilled it. We always say that if you practice it, if you drill it, we film it. If we film it, we watch it, and then if we watch it, we correct it. So that's all been heavily worked this week. It won't be perfect magic out there. They go really fast. They do some certain things to be able to get lined up, but we do have a good method to it. But the #1 thing we can do is get lined up with our feet firm like that, so they're able to play, because you can't play fast until you do that, and then be able to have it so we can have it so we get the calls into them clean enough to be able to execute fast and have the call fast.
How hard is it to sub with that kind of a tempo?
Oh, really? You can't sub. I mean, there are certain times like
unless they do, right?
That they sub, that we can sub. Incomplete pass, balls that run out of bounds with clearly out of bounds. Some different things of that. So we have a plan. We have a plan how to sub, but it is hard to be able to sub, and that's where you see there's been some ginormous errors. If you go back and watch, which Nebraska fans watch everything, so I'm sure they were watching the game against Cincy last week, and they got caught in a substitution, and there was a walk-in touchdown. They went empty. They threw the ball to the outside receiver, and there was no one within 20 yards of him because they weren't lined up. And so there's a lot of things that go on with that to be able to get them ready to go.
Quarterback for Indiana is a Missouri grad, What's he do well?
Yeah, really well. He can really spin it. He's definitely a passer over a runner. He is a clutch runner, as I call it, which means he will pull the ball at clutch times, short yardage times. So he does have enough carries that you can't be like, oh, we'll just chase everything and just not worry about him. He will keep the ball. But the best thing is he's got a ridiculously strong arm. I mean, he can throw opposite hash deep comebacks, and that's NFL throws. So he can throw a 14 back to 12 on the opposite sideline and catch the ball on the sideline from the opposite hash. That's very rare that happens. So he's able to hit. So if you leave any free access for him, he can attack it from anywhere. Sometimes to the field we can slough off of this because these people won't take the throw or won't make the throw. He makes those throws. And also I think he's extremely intelligent. He's always in the right play. I think he handles the offense really, really well. So it'll be it's a full-time job to be able to handle him.
They've thrown it an awful lot, but they've also got a couple good running backs, don't they?
Yeah, really good like that. The young man that transferred in from Auburn, like that is really good. What they do the best is they're extremely physical. They can make you miss, and they can jump cut in the hole, but when they're downfield like that, they're north and south, and so they're like a bowling ball in their size and their strength. So if you get them muddied up early in the line, not quite as effective like most running backs aren't, but if they get rolling at all, they have a great tempo and they run very angry. Yeah, that's what.
As an offensive coach, you love that.
You love that.
Coach,
yeah.
You don't like it as much. Yeah. Hey, if the Huskers return the first or second half opening kickoff for a touchdown, you could win a $54,000 credit on a new vehicle from Woodhouse Auto family this season. This week's contestant, Eric Williams of Geneva. Go to Huskers.com/Woodhouse for official rules and get yourself entered. 402-413-2400. That's the number to dial us up with a comment or question. We're back to wrap things up with the coach next.
Touchdown, Nebraska!
If you're doing business in Nebraska, the best way to connect your organization with the excitement surrounding the Huskers is through a partnership with Nebraska Athletics. You can take your business to the next level by reaching loyal Husker fans through in-venue signage, digital and social media, radio advertising, and more.
Got it!
Join the Husker team today and email partners@huskers.com to learn more about opportunities to connect with Husker Nation. That's partners@huskers.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
To win the game, you got to have more strength. You got to be tougher. You got to be reliable. You got to want it more than the other guy. And you need a great team you can count on, backing you up the whole time. Whether it's in the field with your Massey Ferguson or on the field with the Huskers, red is the color of getting it done quicker, smarter, and efficiently. So this season, make sure you're checking out the lineup that'll get more done where and when it counts. From your Nebraska Massey Ferguson dealers.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we designed the Ford trucks of the future for everyone. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 45 years straight. Made for performance and capability on and off-road. Because the trucks of the future aren't designed for a few. They're built for America. Ford F-Series. Drive one today. Based on 1977 to 2021 calendar year total sales.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
There is no place like Nebraska, and there is no place that treats you like your home like Sapp Brothers. For over 50 years, Sapp Brothers has fueled America's heartland and has been a reliable partner to local farms, businesses, and Huskers fans across Nebraska. providing the highest quality fuel, lubricants, and propane, servicing your farming equipment, and welcoming guests into our travel centers. Visit www.sappbros.net. Sapp Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Huskers Athletics.
Back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Just a couple minutes left on our program. It's still time if you want to fire off a text, 402-413-2400. I want to have you put your special teams hat back on, because I really feel like at some point we're going to bust a big return. Haven't had it yet in either the punt return game or the kickoff return game. But how do you feel about that phase through 4 games?
I really feel good about it. Punt return, like I said before, they're my favorite guy on the team. Love punt returners. It'd be so tough to play that position, and sometimes that it's like playing poker. There's just, you don't go all in on a bad hand. And we haven't had return. We've had maybe one that was close against Northwestern as far as a returnable ball with space to be able to have that. So if you punt a ball 40 yards with great hang time, they'll be standing around you. If they hit a bad ball, then you have a chance to be able to get that done. So I know that Coach Connors has done a great job. We've worked extremely hard on all phases of it to be able to get the return game going. I like the people we have back there. That will happen for us.
I feel like we're close.
Kickoff return, same thing. We've had, we got balls landed in the back of the end zone, so or out of the stadium. Right. So there's not been many opportunities to be able to get that going. But the strain that those kids put in on those 2 phases, if you watch the practice film, the one-on-ones, how things are taken from the individual to the full unit to the team, and how it's done and how hard they practice. It's unreal, and it's going to happen. When you just keep doing the right things all the time, it will happen. So I'm very excited about the returners we have back there, and I know the strain that we have up front to get those guys blocked, and we hopefully work our butt off to get a good one this week.
Brendan Frankie's been really solid. His percentage of kickoffs to touchbacks pretty darn high.
You want that. You want that. His leg strength is tremendous. Aaron Graham was the one that really got us for Frankie to be here. I call him Frankie. Should I call him Brandon? I always call him Frankie. But Aaron's the one who helped us get him here. I tell you, he was kicking at Morningside. He was going to play him, but Aaron let us know about him and stuff, that he had interest with us. So worked out great for him. He's been able to hit the ball really well. He's been very consistent, with the win or into it. So we're very excited about him. And he's a great guy having the team. He's got a personality. He's fun to be around, so I just absolutely love him.
Brian Buschini's been a star, and I know he rolled that ankle making that tackle against Oklahoma, but he's hit the ball really well.
Brian's done a great job. Just a huge fan of him. He's so mature. Obviously he's married and very mature, but and he has his leg strength is borderline ridiculous in some things that he can do, but he also prepares like that. So he doesn't go out there and just be like, I'm going to try to do that. He can do all the specialty punts. He can do all those things. What's crazy is, be like a pooch punt to you. Mm-hmm. Usually, so we work extremely hard on that, because usually you end up kicking about 3 of those a game, pooch punts. We haven't kicked one yet. Hasn't came up yet where we're trying to pin them. Hey, we're at the 45-yard line going in. We got stopped. We're going to see if we can pin them at the 8-yard line. We haven't had that happen. We've had a lot of pins inside the 20, but they've been because of bigger punts. But Brian's prepared for that. So he again, like that, a lot of personality, a lot of fun. So just love him.
Got a minute left. Last couple things for the defense for Saturday. A couple of things that we have to get done to be successful Saturday would be what?
It's very cliche on the big plays and the things that have to happen, but I'll go back to getting set and then be able to stick together. I talked to the entire defense today about that in a unit meeting for us right there, is that how we're going to stick together through whatever's going on. Because there's going to be a time, there's never a time where it's like, you know what, they played 85 snaps and 85 of them were great. There's going to be some times when some things not perfect. Okay, got it, and we go back, fix it, and able to go. But our effort that we're going to play with will be outstanding. And our kids are really excited to play. We have a very invested and interested group to play in this game, and they're ready to play football.
Thanks for coming in. Good luck.
Awesome.
To you.
Thanks, Greg. Appreciate you.
Bill Busch with us here tonight. Our chat with the coach proudly brought to you by Channel. Channel Seedsman place products to perform across Nebraska. Get expert advice that yields results at channel.com. Thanks for listening.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Hey, Husker fans, it's time to gear up for the season. So let's do it right. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, and more. Shields has everything you need to show your Nebraska pride. Visit our fan shop online or in-store for the biggest and best brands in the game. You'll find the right gear to level up your team spirit with all the essentials for your pregame parking lot party. Shields, proud partner of Husker Athletics and football fans everywhere.
Dear gas prices, go take a hike. Toyota is the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years. The Toyota hybrid lineup brings efficiency with power, savings with style, and top-notch tech to keep you connected. Not to mention plush premium interiors and the most advanced Toyota safety features. So, now you know who you're talking to. Toyota, the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years. Toyota, the brand with a hybrid or electric vehicle for every driver. Toyota, the brand that helps save you money at the pump. Now, let me ask you a question, dear gas prices. You really think you can stand in the way of the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years? Think again. Toyota Hybrids. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer estimates, CY 2000 through 2021 sales.
Triple B Feed has the products to help your cows thrive. Whether it's weekly delivery of consumption-controlled Lumix liquid minerals with protein or Redmond natural mineral salt for livestock or humans, Triple B has you covered. Let Brian and Brad Blahorn take some of the stress out of your beef production this year. For more information and other products, visit